You want to know how to critically analyse each paper that you include in your literature review. Here are 5 simple steps to guide you through the process. I'm Jack from Proofed. The 5 steps for critically analysing are thesis and purpose, methodology, theoretical assumptions, alternative arguments, and significance to your own work. The notion of critical analysis can be confusing. Some people think that critical simply means criticising something. But critical analysis actually means offering more than just a description of ideas and theories. In order to critique something, you have to consider its strengths and weaknesses. This is an essential part of a literature review because you're required to assess the existing literature. Step 1. Thesis and purpose. When critically reviewing literature, you need to ask what were the author's aims and objectives for each study you examine. This will make it much easier for you to examine how successful each study was and the significance of its results. Step 2. Methodology. A clearly stated methodology is an important part of any study. Critical analysis involves considering the methods that were used in a particular study and questioning whether they were appropriate or effective. It's important to consider factors such as the approach. Was it qualitative, where data is interpretation-based, descriptive, and relating to language? Or quantitative, where data is numbers-based, countable, or measurable? The sample size used, and how easily replicated the experiment is. Each of these factors will help to determine the validity of the research. Step 3. Theoretical assumptions. When conducting your literature review, try to identify the theoretical assumptions behind the research. These are the big ideas which form the basis of any study. In research, assumptions can lead to confirmation bias, where the researchers overlook results which didn't match their initial expectations. So, identifying unstated assumptions in a piece of research is vital to critical analysis. Step 4. Alternative arguments. You should also ask whether there are alternative possibilities left unexplored in the literature that you're reviewing. Can you think of any counter-arguments to the arguments presented? Is the research up to date? Have other researchers responded to the study? Does the research overgeneralize? Asking these kinds of questions will help you to better identify the strengths and weaknesses of any study you're analysing. Step 5. Significance to your own work. It isn't enough to simply describe the research you review. You need to explain why it's significant and how it relates to your own point of view. This will help you to understand and express what your research contributes to the existing debates in the field. Before we finish, let's double check that we've covered everything with a quick recap. Have you identified the aims and objectives of the authors? Considered the methodology used? Questioned any theoretical assumptions? Explored alternative arguments? And finally, examined the significance to your own work? Now you have 5 clear steps for critically analysing academic materials when conducting your literature review. If there's anything you're still unsure about, check each of the links to the resources that I've put in the description. As always, ask any questions you have in the comments. You're writing Proofed.